Welcome back, everyone, to the next part of Let's Play Banjo Kazooie. With me today, I have a special guest.
Oh, hi.
By the name of...
Am I supposed to introduce myself?
Yes.
I'm Brian.
Why, hello, Brian.
Hi, Alex.
Welcome to Mad Monster Mansion.
You know, you could have had me in, like, any other episode. I could have been in any of these levels. I played the game a lot, so I could commentate on basically any aspect of this game.
Yeah.
But I happen to like Mad Monster Mansion the best.
Precisely. And
Yeah.
that's why this is a thing.
I noticed how, they have... Like, Mad Monster Mansion is basically a representation of Halloween, and Freeze Easy Peak is pretty much a representation of Christmas, which also happens to be, like, two of the most, like, hyped holidays of children, and this is a children's game, right? So, maybe that's why so many people have such strong, like, emotional attachment to this game, because they played it as a kid, and so they subconsciously associate it with Halloween and Christmas. So it's got all these positive feelings attached to it.
It does, but...
You just got wrecked by that fish.
Yeah, I know.
Why don't you look up on the Wikipedia what that fish's name is called?
I'm not doing
Weren't you gonna do that? You wanted...
No,
wow.
I wasn't gonna be that cool. But, with the Christmas thing, but it is also kind of a parody. Like, there's like crying children because they can't get their presents, and very angry snowmen, which are also a big pain in the ass.
Yeah,
and
pretty much. Like, well, it's because, like, they're normally, like, happy places, right? Except Gruntilda's just like, no, we're gonna make these all scary and evil, spoopy.
Yeah. And one thing is, it actually takes a bit to get
Why
back
are
to
you
the level.
swimming into the fish?
Because I'm trying to show what happens, okay?
Yeah, but you've already shown what happens when you hit the fish. You get wrecked. What happened? Oh.
We're going to the future.
I thought the screen just died.
No,
but it was actually just
we're going
transition.
to the future.
Okay.
Yeah, a very beautiful transition. You'll notice a lot of them
Puzzle
in this video.
piece.
It's going to be great.
So what's that enemy's name? You said you were going to look up all the names.
For Mad Monster Mansion.
Oh, for Mad Monster
Mansion. By that I
Mansion.
mean one.
I think it's better if you just, like... Wow.
Yeah. So...
Are you even trying?
I'm gonna blame the camera angle on that one. Yeah, things were kind of a train wreck at the start. But don't worry, I was able to do the level without dying. Although there is quite a few epic fails.
Well,
I
like
do have
Mad
to
Monster
admit.
Mansion, it's kind of hard to die because there's no like bottomless pits or anything, and there's nothing that I can recall that kills you in one hit. It's more just like missions that you have to do on a clock.
The biggest kind of risk is the piano, the organ section.
Yeah.
Because if you fall from the top,
if you fall from the top, it's like basically.
That's how I did it. I died in the practice run. But like Mad Monster Mansion is pretty easy. It's just pretty complicated.
You have to be pretty bad to die in the church, though.
Yeah. Well, I had like 3 health left, and then I slipped because of bad camera angles.
Blame it on the camera angles.
Well, isn't that what you're supposed to do with old 3D games? But yeah, Napper, he's the way. You can't really do anything to get. Yeah, well, I got the wiki right here.
Why did they call him Napper, Alex?
Because he's napping all the time. Yeah, he does. And he wakes up once we go on the floor.
You could probably like guess half the enemies' names based on what they do or what they are.
You're kind of right. Looking at the list of names,
they're so cheesy.
I mean,
like you could have like a piece of cheese with eyes, and like his name would more than likely be cheesy. Yeah,
but when ghosts are called Teehee, apparently, which is kind of funny. But yeah, there's a lot of little sections you can break the windows, get in, find a lot of collectibles. We want to do that before we.
You're going for 100% on this, right?
Precisely, which means we need to get all the Mumbo tokens.
Wait, does it
all the
actually
Jinjos, of
record
course.
if you got all the Mumbo tokens?
It does not, but there is an amount in each level. Like there's 15 in this, but it
Yeah,
isn't
but how do
actually shown in
you
the
keep track
totals.
whether you got them all or not?
Because I know the number in the level. So there's 15 according to the internet. So
Yeah.
I collect 15 in this video.
But then at the
Yeah.
end of the game, there's no like number out of number, like
Precisely, but it's just nice to, get them all, or at least pretend I'm getting them all.
I guess.
And you sometimes want to leave those guys because it's a good way of getting health. You can use the Rat-a-tat wrap and, get rid of the portrait chompers.
The Rattata.
The Rattata. The Rattata Rattata.
It's a Pokemon reference.
Well,
Like Rattata,
Rattata
Raticate.
to you. Yeah, that's too good. Best enemy. 2016 confirmed.
Too bad this game was made like way, way long time ago.
Like 1998.
Yeah. So not 2016.
And there we have a Toilet. We can't really do anything with him. His name is Logo.
Is there
Logo.
Does it tell you if you got all the feathers or not really?
Feathers, well, I'm not collecting all of them because they respawn.
Does golden feathers don't though, do they?
I'm actually not too sure.
Because I know like
That's a good question.
Like if you really wanted to, you could just like keep resetting the stage and just go to where there's like 5 golden feathers and just like max out on golden feathers because they're really bork, right?
Yeah, they are. We're actually going to be using them a lot to recover health in this episode. But as you might be able to see, there's an empty honeycomb down there. We're going to need Mumbo's transformation to get it. So it's important that you actually break the glass before you transform. So we're able to get in there when we need to.
Net 0 health.
Yeah, that's pretty much my entire life playing Banjo.
I got hit, but they gave me a health, so Algae.
Precisely. And it's really easy to fall off in this section and not be able to land. But I'm also bad, so like really bad. There we go. So there's normally 4 notes on each of the corners. And yeah, it's... I'm just bad, I'm sorry.
You're so good at this game.
Yeah, I am.
Hey, it's Jinjo.
Yeah, first Jinjo. It's actually pretty easy to get the Jinjos in this level. Normally I find I get all the Jinjos when I'm about done everything, and this one, halfway through the level I already had them all. But then again, it depends on where you go.
So you know they're musical notes because Banjo is an instrument and Kazooie is also an instrument, and instruments create music.
But where does the puzzle pieces come in from?
Well, that is a puzzling question now, isn't it?
Oh, that hurt. But yeah, in this room there is a golden feather hidden behind the chest. I don't know what that chest is for. I have a feeling it's for like a stop and swap thing. But yeah, you can't miss these notes. Actually, I missed the Mumbo token, which was behind that little block. I'll be going back there in a few moments. But yeah, you don't even get to see it. Mainly, I'm just starting out by just opening all the little areas and going. But we're gonna go down to the cellar. And guess what? It's in the cellar.
Jiggy.
Yes. And you know what also is in the cellar?
Eggs.
Yes.
And aged wine.
Precisely. Very aged. And it's like a palindrome of a year. That's the word, right? When,
Palindrome?
It's the same flip. Yeah, palindrome.
But it's not a word, it's a number.
It's a palindrome numeric. I don't even know what I'm saying. I tried. And I failed. But yeah, there is a Jinjo we have to collect as well. Now, the one with the crossing on it, the little cross, tape, whatever, that's actually something for Stop and Swap, which wasn't implemented. You would be able to break that and get Stop and Swap egg, I believe. In the Xbox Live Arcade edition, you can actually break that, I believe. You have to use some sort of cheat to beat the game first.
But why would you want to play this on anything other than the 64?
Precisely. Which is why this is being played
Nuts
on
and Bolts
virtual
doesn't
N64.
exist.
It doesn't.
It doesn't exist. What is that game?
Did you check out the new
Is that even a
trailer?
game? I don't think that ever came out.
No, I think you're crazy. And yeah, I got the Momo token I missed earlier. We started with 20, so we should be finishing with 35. Except we're gonna lose 20 because of Mumbo.
But yeah,
So
like, how do you
convoluted.
keep track if you have all the Mumbo tokens or not? Like, if it's 15 per level, and then how many levels are there? Multiply that
It's
by
not
15.
15 for every.
Oh, is it not?
No, and then
But then you would
use
have
them
to
too,
net
right?
it against the amount of tokens that you had to use.
That's why I just look at what my starting total is at a level, and I just know how many
You write it
Mumbo
down.
tokens there are in the level. It's some crazy math. But yeah, sometimes it's easy to miss this room. There's quite a few notes in it too. And that one on top of the barrel is easy to miss.
Wee.
Yeah, but Mumbo tokens are not tracked, they're not used for anything. I'm just trying to do it for completion's sake. But in the same way, I should be doing feathers and golden feathers
Exactly.
too. So I'm just doing this game a
You're
disservice.
being very selective.
I am. Just
The
like
token.
I'm going into this fire for that token. But yeah, now that we are not on the floor, we can jump over the chairs, and somehow this doesn't wake Napper. And we steal his precious gold. I never really got why there's a flying pad in here. There's not really anything to get. Like, up above there's an extra life, but who cares about extra lives?
It's to get the extra life.
Yeah, but who
And
cares?
also,
you quit the game and it resets.
Also,
what?
maybe it just wants you to think that you have to use the flying pad.
You know
so
what?
it adds
In my
some
practice
challenge.
my practice run, I will be honest. I pretty much flew into every painting and used the beak bomb on it.
Yeah.
And that didn't go too well. I lost all my health.
Because
It
it's
was
like,
bad.
if you're like an 8-year-old kid and you're like, I gotta get this Jiggy, but he keeps waking up, right? And then you
Yeah.
notice that there's a flying pad there, and then you're gonna double think and just be like, oh, maybe you have to use that somehow, right?
Well, how would you
And
see
that adds challenge.
the flying pad is under the Jiggy, though.
Yeah, but then you might think that there's other things in the room that you might need to find.
Maybe it'll
It isn't so obvious.
recommend
kind of thing.
looking up. But I guess, yeah. I've been trying to confuse the player too.
That's a pretty weak lock.
Yeah. It's funny. I didn't do it in this recording, but there's a few you can actually jump over when I don't think you're supposed to. You're supposed to open it from the other side. But yeah, down here, there's a funny story revolving this area. So right where the blue Jinjo is, just in a few moments, or am I not even going to go there? No, I'm not going to go there. I'm just going to open it and walk away.
Wow.
That's how you play. I'm going to get another Jiggy first. Or not. Yeah, I'm going to go for Jiggy.
There's a token
in the
up
shiny
there.
room. Yep, there is. We'll have to go around. And there is also some notes. I'm just going to collect the notes here. Because you'll be sliding around on something.
You know what this
to
is?
call it.
It's like a Ouija board.
Yeah. It just needs to be some Luigi in it.
Banjo.
Yep, you have to make Banjo Kazooie. I wonder how anyone could figure that out.
I'm pretty
No.
sure at some point I've mistaken Z's for N's. And then got wrecked.
Literally, I did the same thing and I was like, why isn't this working?
This looks like a Z!
But it is not. And I always try to leave the letter when I see the ghost on his way. when you don't have to, you're safe, and by leaving it, you're gonna get hurt.
So it requires like being able to spell in order to complete this game.
Yeah, and remembering the name of the game.
Yeah.
Well, you don't even need to know the spell. You need to know how to spell the
Yeah,
game
like if you
that
have
you're
the
playing.
cartridge, you can just like look at the
Yeah,
cartridge and be
take it
like,
out.
oh, I forgot how to
Literally
spell
take
this.
it.
Wow,
Yeah, I got hit.
you
But
fell for that
yeah,
trap.
I did. I didn't fall for it. I just accidentally hit the trap. But yeah, what you need to do is you just take the game out and make sure you know how to spell it when you're playing.
Hmm. And then the game will
Stop and
crash.
Swap 3.0. So nothing really else to do in here. You just want to get the Jiggy and the 4 notes. But now we're going to go around the shack because we are able to climb up
Ooh.
and also take out these guys, which I believe are invulnerable except if you hit them with the Wonder Wing.
Why do you keep wasting golden feathers on them?
Because I get health. But I think I'm
Yeah,
full
but
health
then
anyways.
you don't need the health. You can just easily avoid them.
Yeah, well, they're just so spooky.
Like you could have just like had an extra what? You
I
had
was
10 golden
terrified.
feathers.
And
You
now I have 5.
reduced your golden feather inventory by half. For what? You had
For
full
nothing.
health and then you hit the poison ivy thing and then now you have 1 less health.
It's great.
So the end result is you just lost half your golden feathers.
And this whip crack, they call them, the little tentacle thing, pretty much, it has a mumbo token under there. And I was like, how do I get to it? And I didn't show all of it, but I spent around 6 minutes trying to mess around with it. I had the right idea first to use a golden feather, but you actually have to jump in and hit it. And I don't figure it out until the end of the level. And I try to swim under it, I try to swim around it. It's... So yeah, golden feathers, they're important.
But does it give you a health?
I think it does. I think it's you still get the mumbo token. But yeah, we're
Running
going
shoes.
to open.
Do you do this first try?
Huh?
Do you do this first try?
Normally you do a practice run before I do the videos, just to make sure I know where everything is. But in this case, I died halfway through, so I was like, fuck it, I'll just record.
Oh, you got it.
Yeah. You can't really mess this up. So yeah, now we're in the Motsund, the ghost hand section. So it's actually pretty annoying because there's a lot of things separated around. And yeah, I can't handle these guys. They're too OP, so I have to waste all my golden feathers.
It's like a funeral in here.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah.
They must have not
These
had
guys
very
too
many
OP.
friends.
Wow. But yeah,
You
no
out
golden
of
feathers
golden
now.
feathers.
I don't know how I'm gonna live. But yeah, I hate having to climb up these just for one
I like
note.
that like legit wood texture on the bench.
Yeah. Too bad you couldn't collect the notes in the texture.
That would have been pretty cool.
Yeah, but that would have added more notes to the level.
I think they also they copy pasted the texture for all of the benches. You can see like the holes, like the natural wood holes are in the same place on every single one of them.
Yeah, there probably wasn't enough memory to, you know, have a bunch of textures.
Budget cuts.
For each one. Yeah. Yeah, on both sides of them, some beehives if you need some, you know, health. Instead of, you know, taking down enemies with the golden feather, you can just use those. As long as you don't get hit by the bees, though.
You missed a note, I think.
Yeah, I did. I'm going back up. I just wanted to check what was on the left there. Just to show you guys that I am not lying.
You were not.
Or was I?
Oh man, were you?
Holy moly. Truth be told, I actually did know what was there, and I was just checking. Because I didn't want to miss anything.
Moat's hand.
Yep.
Wolfgang Amadeus Moat's hand.
And this is the stupidest little challenge. So pretty much you just want to use your Beak Buster on the piano key that he presses.
This is such a
There's
terrible
not really
organ.
any... Yeah,
Normally
it's
they
not
have
even a
like
challenge.
not even just like one no, not one, like 188 note keyboard, but they have multiple of them.
That would have added a
Yeah,
challenge
this
to
is
this,
like one of
actually.
those kiddie keyboards.
Yeah. So, actually, that would have been what would make this properly challenging.
Yeah, like actual organs have like layers upon layers of notes.
And here I get
Did you
confused
actually
because I
just
thought...
do that?
No, because it got hit. Like, it hit it, and I hit it at the same time, but it hit it just before he hit it.
I see.
So it didn't get registered,
Yeah.
and then I forgot.
Makes sense.
And then he kind of just... Mozan just kind of stays there and doesn't really do anything. So I kind of broke it. Like, he's literally just standing there. I'm like, okay.
You have to be his right hand.
Oh, man. But he tells me retry, and then that kind of fixes the issue with him. But yeah, you don't want to be
Oh wait, that is a
too
right
eager.
hand, never mind. You have to be his left hand.
I'll be his left
But that pun
hand,
doesn't
yeah.
work as well.
No. Because then
I'm
I'm
sad.
not right, so... It's just a really boring challenge.
It is.
And I completely missed. So pretty much you need to make a time machine and go back and tell Rare to make 3 layers of keys.
When is the new
Make it
Banjo
properly
Kazooie
challenged.
supposed to be out?
The ukulele? I actually don't know
And
when it's supposed to come
Nintendo
out. They
isn't
showed a
doing
new
a thing
trailer.
at E3, are they?
They did.
Oh, they
but
did.
Well, kind of. They just had like a treehouse event, so they were like live streaming stuff. And they were streaming
Was there anything?
hours of gameplay.
I didn't even watch
of the
E3.
Just a new Legend of Zelda, a new terrible Paper Mario game, which doesn't have our proper RPG elements.
Paper Mario that isn't an RPG? Nintendo,
Well, it
stop!
kind of is.
Why?
It's like a turn-based that there's no leveling or anything. It's like sticker stars.
Why can't they just realize that, like, their original Paper Mario was, like, almost perfect, right? And then
I
they just
know,
made
and
it
then
worse and worse and worse. Like, what are they thinking?
I don't know. Maybe they want it for even younger kids. I don't know.
Yeah, but, like, the original Paper Mario was, like, for kids. Like, it wasn't super challenging, but it included
wasn't.
enough challenge that it's still entertaining. Like,
Yeah.
it was such a good
Not really-
balance.
It was.
I don't know. I'm just so disappointed in Nintendo these days.
Same.
I used to be a Nintendo fanboy, but then it's like, I have nothing to fan over.
Yeah. Well, the new Legend of Zelda looks really good, but considering they've been talking about it for years now, or whatever, it's like a very open world sort of game, and there's voice acting, which is going to be weird.
Are you gonna go for the feather? Are you gonna do it?
Yeah.
Are you gonna
I'm
risk
do
it for the biscuit?
I'm risking it, and you know what?
Are you gonna risk it for the brisket?
Maybe not, but I
You don't
will
like
go
brisket?
for a golden feather. Nah, I don't want the brisket.
Wow.
I'm fine with my extra life and my tea in front of me.
That extra life is there just in case you die in this
Yeah.
church.
Which I died here on the practice run because I fell off trying to get the golden feather, and I had like 3 health left. And when I started falling, like I got on the Banjo was falling animation, you can't like try to reduce the fall damage
by doing
flapping.
the flappy thing.
Yeah. So I was like, oh, that's fantastic.
So then you would be like, rip.
Yeah. Oh my god. That's amazing. But yeah, this part's really difficult. You have to, fart out eggs into all of these little
Well, you're pooping them out.
phases, pooping them.
Or
Yeah.
actually, you're laying them, aren't you? Kazooie lays them.
Yeah, but that's not like laying, that's like shooting them.
Well, if you fire them forwards, that's shooting them. But
Yeah.
if you like
yeah.
bend over like that,
I don't know. That's kind of funny, the whole thing. And
I guess it's like a
thinking.
fart sound, so it's more of like a poop.
Yeah, Guess it is.
And a fart would just be air, right? So if you're making a fart noise and something comes out, then it is poo.
That logic.
Yes.
But it's correct logic. But yeah, it's really hard to aim it, and especially bounces
You're really
off.
good at this.
I am. At least you get
How
some of
did
the eggs back
pooping
if
in
you
these
miss.
pots go in practice?
I don't even know.
You wanted to be all pro, just like get on the first try.
Yeah, but I kind of pretty much after finishing the stupid
Oh, that was
fruit
good.
collecting game, then I think I used up all my luck. And
Aren't one of
looking
these like
somewhat good at
window
these.
mosaics Banjo and Kazooie?
Precisely. It was actually the one on the left there.
Yeah.
Then you can jump through it. It's almost like Super Mario 64.
It's like, yeah, exactly. I'm seeing a lot of
The
parallels
boost.
because like you make pictures, right? And the pictures are representations of the worlds.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And then there's the level in Super Mario 64, the Boo one,
Yeah.
that you can jump through some of the mosaics. But this one doesn't really have anything other than feathers and golden feathers and a useless extra life.
It's always good to have a lot of feathers, though. I would get the rest
Yeah,
of
it
them.
is.
Well, actually,
I
wait,
remember
you're
when
not
I
even playing
played,
this right now.
like, Tick.
I keep forgetting. I
What-
think you're like actually playing it right now, but you're not. It's recording.
Yeah. Well, I have time traveling capabilities when I'm playing it actually, so I can instantaneously switch where I am. But yeah, these guys make the maze a lot more difficult, so I wasted my golden feathers.
On skeletons.
Yeah, I wasted them on everything.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now your supply
It's
of
just-
golden feathers is bare bones. Oh!
That was nicely done.
And also bear,
Oh,
cause he's a bear.
do this
Okay,
anymore.
I'll stop. It doesn't even make
me all
sense.
grizzly. Totally makes sense.
So there's 10 Jiggies in all the worlds, right?
Precisely.
Okay, so you got
And there's a witch switch in
You
all
are
of them, which can open a
Which
world.
switch?
A witch switch.
which
Yeah.
switch?
The witch switch.
Which switch? Which
The
switch are you
The
talking about?
Gruntilda switch.
Which switch are you talking about?
The one that... Them in general, they open up a Jiggy in Gruntilda's lair. Yeah, I got wrecked again. But I'm not even sure. Yeah, I kind of skipped because I went back
Oh, this stuff hurts you.
to the whip crack, and then I
Boots.
tried again for like a few minutes trying to get the Mobo token. Don't really get the points of the rubber boots. Well, golden feathers.
It's so you
That's
don't
pretty
get
much-
hurt.
Yeah, but you don't have to go through here other than for getting the golden feathers.
There's also notes over there.
But you can't jump high enough. You have to go around the well and then fall off.
Yeah, exactly. Just like that.
Just like
Just
that.
like that. You're a professional.
I am. Thank you.
You're not gonna
We're
go
gonna
for the
go
notes?
down the well.
Oh,
instead.
also,
What?
the other thing is you turn into a pumpkin, and the pumpkin is invulnerable to like the toxic water, so you can just
Yeah.
like hop around in the toxic water and get those
Precisely.
notes. So you really don't need the boots,
Or-
do you?
I don't think he jumps high enough though. But you don't have to do this well section, as Banjo actually makes it harder because you have to deal with swimming. And you can't get everything. That Mumbo token, you have to be the pumpkin.
You
But,
have to be the pumpkin.
Yes.
Wait, you can't get the Mumbo token?
You can't because the whip crack is going to block you. I tried a few times.
Oh, you
and
tried
I
a
was
few
like,
times.
oh. But yeah, you can get in there as a pumpkin right from that small little
So why are you
entrance.
even
Well,
here?
Because
Do the notes not appear
I'm
when you're a
stubborn.
pumpkin?
I want to try to get
Oh,
it.
I
but
see.
It didn't work out.
Well, why don't you just come back as a pumpkin then? You don't even get hurt by the whip cracks as a pumpkin.
Because I was being stubborn. Or do you? I never tried. I didn't want to try. I was actually really low health. Or no, you do get damaged by the whip cracks.
Oh, you do. Well, but
You
still,
do.
like you have more
Because I jumped
maneuverability as a
into it 3
pumpkin.
times. When it became the pumpkin, I was like, oh, maybe I can finally get that Mumbo token. Nope. Nope. And the one where the blue Jinjo was. I tried one more time.
Wow.
Because stubbornness, I guess.
Well, now anybody who plays this game subsequent to this playthrough that they have watched, they'll know not to try and get that Mumbo token with Banjo.
Yeah.
You're doing the world a favor.
Yeah, I'm doing it so they don't have to.
Exactly. Saving honeycombs.
Yes. Precisely. But yeah, you want to go around. You can't jump up there, I believe is the pumpkin, so... But you don't want to fall off. Or just be like that. So yeah, getting pretty low in health. Too bad I don't have full amount of golden feathers anymore. So I use one.
Oh my goodness. Hey, I see a token.
Yeah, I almost missed it actually. Yep.
Eggs don't work against the skulls, right?
Well, normally when you hit them, they just kind of... They're like dry bones, like they fall apart
Oh,
and
yeah,
they
yeah.
respawn. So it's, I think,
Dry
pretty
bones
much the
in
golden
Paper
feather's
Mario,
the
right?
only way. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember those things.
This is kind of the only way to get rid of them. There's also another Mumbo token that's pretty well hidden. But yeah, I think it's time to hang out with Mumbo.
There's also another beehive over there, so you didn't have to waste golden feathers.
Yeah, there is, but I tend not to use them for whatever reason. Yeah, nothing behind Mumbo this time. I was actually pretty disappointed because usually there's a bunch of collectibles up on the top of Mumbo's hut. But this time, it's all empty. So I go around. Well, I do find a golden feather. But it's pretty sad.
You're gonna
actually.
need it.
I'm going to.
Just keep using them on skeletons.
And ghosts.
And goblins. And ghouls. Proud of pumpkin spell.
Yeah. I think I kind of cut him off. He was probably going to talk about eating Banjo. He saw when Banjo transformed into crocodile. Mumbo was like, "Oh, I need new shoes. Some new Croc shoes." But anyways, now that we're the pumpkin, we have a few things we need to do.
I like the sound
go
it
back
makes
to the
when it
well.
lands.
I know, it's beautiful. Smash.
It's like somebody throwing a tomato at somebody.
That's the best description I've heard. Or the only description I've heard.
Well, what else does it sound like? That's exactly what it sounds like.
Yeah, pretty much. Just stock tomato
Just like jump.
throwing.
Oh wait, you can't jump.
No,
Because you're
I
not
can't.
playing right now. Next time you jump, then it's like you're booing somebody off stage, and then that makes that sound. Boo! Wait, there you go.
Awesome. And here I'm like, oh, I got low health. Let me just run into him a few times. Maybe they'll get the Mumbo token then.
You
Sorry,
can
that's-
do it if
that-
you really try.
And you don't really get in temporary invincibility frames to kind of, run through them. But yeah, entering here, we can find our next Jiggy, but we actually have to drop down from the little drainage thing. We can't actually get the Jiggy from there, but at least we can get the
Yeah,
note, so it
you
wasn't
have to
complete
drop
waste of
in
time.
from the top.
It took me like 6 minutes to figure out how to get up there,
Yeah.
so we're gonna find a very nice
Like, if
path.
it were so easy that you could just walk in there and jump and get it, right? That'd be kind of
Yeah.
lame.
So down here, we're able to go up the bush and get a Mumbo token.
And you
of
don't
course.
get hurt by the poison ivy.
Yeah, except we barely ever have to go on it.
The pumpkin is OP.
It is. I was so salty at that moment because it took me like 6 minutes to figure out how to get there. The salt was real.
Salty pumpkin.
Although I don't think it would. Damn it, Brian!
What?
You had to say it before I was going to mention assault on a pumpkin. You ruined
I'm
this.
sorry.
But yeah,
It's okay.
we're gonna.
You can go in the toilet.
Yeah, I'll go do that.
That solves all the problems.
It does. Especially my golden
Just
feather
flush it down the
problems.
toilet.
But yeah, this solved a lot of problems, especially regarding my golden feather situation. But it doesn't solve my usage problem with them. Not preserving them for the right moments.
I wonder how this area smells.
Like pumpkin. So, anyone feel like eating some pumpkin right now?
I've never really
And there was...
I've never really ate pumpkin before. I usually just
Actually,
get
same.
store-bought pumpkin pie or something like that. And I also just carve them because it's a thing I do.
Very beautiful carvings.
Yeah. I don't know what I'm carving this year, though. Anyway.
Banjo Kazooie?
No. That wasn't, like, pertinent to this year.
No.
Whoever gets elected for president.
Oh, okay. Oh, boy.
And if it's Trump, then I'm not doing that because I don't want to make it Trumpkin.
Trumpkin. But it will trump the competition.
Kill me.
So yeah, I forgot earlier to get the empty-handed Klumpy, so I had to go back
What's
up
your note
yet
count?
again. I don't know. Me in the past, please press the start button. I think there's like 12 left.
Oh, okay.
We just have to go on top of the little church to get the rest of them.
Going to church.
Yep. Or on top of church.
It is Sunday.
It is Sunday evening.
Even though you recorded this on a Friday.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Hop on a tombstone, get on the facade thingamabobber.
Yep. Collect the last notes. It's easy to fall off here. Well, if you're bad like me, then yes.
You haven't fallen off yet.
Yeah, but...
Are you going to?
I might. Maybe.
The suspense.
I'm in the easiest part right now. So...
Oh, I hate this part. Exactly, I hate that. I hate that. I always did that too. Ah!
I did a nice landing though, that I didn't have to go back on the tombstone.
That's true,
Because
yeah,
sometimes
you
that
skipped
jump
one of
is
the
a bit
steps.
difficult. But I used to think there was something you had to do to like put the hands on the clocks.
Can't you just do like a jump attack to get the notes?
You probably can. I just kind of lean.
Oh,
That's what I
yeah,
was doing.
lean.
But I probably could have used a rat-a-tat rap to, you know, do it. That gives us all 100 notes. Now, there's something really important. When you got 9 jiggies and 100 notes, you know what you need to do?
Get a 10th jiggy?
Yeah. So I literally left and I didn't even get the one that was here. I was just about to end the recording and I'm like, wait.
Wow.
So yeah, that was me doing it.
But then you get this
after.
like beautiful animation at the end, and if you didn't get the
Yeah,
beautiful
he does.
animation, then something is obviously amiss.
Precisely. But yeah, this is what you're supposed to do. Get the token. And now we have 15 perfectly, even though, you know, we started with like 20.
That one really is not worth.
No, it's not. But that's the end of that.
Oh, the
and
recording's done.
Yeah.
Okay.
See you guys in the next part where we're going to take on, what's the next role?
Rusty Bucket Bay, I believe. No, wait, you already did Gobi's Valley, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, Rusty Bucket Bay is after this. And then Click Clock Woods.
Oh boy. I'm not looking
That
forward
one's
to
the
that.
hardest one.
Not looking forward. We'll see you guys then.